It began with arrogance. The Vaer Dominion, a predatory empire that had risen through conquest, believed itself untouchable. Their fleets had crushed countless worlds, their banners draped across a dozen systems. To them, Earth was a backwater, a curious species that spoke of law, restraint, and cooperation in a galaxy that respected only strength. And so, when a convoy of human civilian transports crossed the Shattervale expanse, the Vaer struck. Not with warning, not with mercy, but with fire. 8 ships, families, settlers, scientists, reduced to incandescent debris within moments. Children and elders screaming into void-filled calms before silence consumed them. The Vaer captain laughed, broadcasting the massacre across the stars. One strike, that is all it takes to remind your fragile species where it belongs. For the Vaer, it was a message, a reminder that peace was weakness, and humanity's patience to them was cowardice. But they miscalculated. They did not know that humanity's patience was not cowardice. It was restraint, and restraint, when broken, unleashed something far worse than war. Feasting on delusion. The Dominion feasted on its triumph. Across their capital worlds, feasts erupted. Broadcasts showed their admiral raising a toast. Earth will whimper and Earth will kneel. One strike and they scatter like frightened prey. The galaxy nodded along. Many civilizations believed the same. Humanity had spread wide colonies, research stations, trade hubs, but they did not brandish power like others. They spoke of diplomacy, of alliances, of treaties written in ink instead of blood. The galaxy had mistaken that restraint for impotence. So the laughter grew. Vaer commanders mocked human ships as floating museums, their fleets child's toys of steel. Whispers spread in cantinas and marketplaces, across 1,000 systems. The humans will send protests. They will send diplomats. They will do nothing. And in that laughter, the Dominion celebrated. But in the silence beyond Earth's orbit, something stirred. The silence before the storm. It began in silence. No human broadcasts, no condemnations, no pleas before the Galactic Council. Just silence. Weeks passed, and the silence deepened into something unnatural. Even smugglers whispered of unease. Earth's calm channels, usually bustling, had gone dark. Trade freighters turned away from human space without explanation. Then the first sign. Sensors across neutral zones caught the impossible. Movement on the Uit defense platforms, long believed dormant relics of another era. Massive constructs, kilometers wide, flickered alive, transmitting codes that no alien could decipher. The galaxy watched, confused, amused. And then afraid. The shattering response. The silence broke. In the void above Earth, the dark hulls of humanity's dreadnoughts emerged, one by one. Vessels that had never been catalogued by foreign intelligence. Ships bristling with weapons older than most civilizations, yet burning with power the galaxy had never seen. They moved without fanfare. No speeches, no warnings. Only a single transmission echoed through every channel, cold and absolute. Humanity does not forgive. Humanity does not forget. The answer begins now. The fleets mobilized. From hidden shipyards in the asteroid belts, from black ice bases buried in Kuiper shadows, from deep space docks thought abandoned, humanity's armada rose. Silent titans, dark giants blotting out stars as they aligned. And as they moved, the galaxy realized a truth long buried under human diplomacy. Earth had always prepared for this day. The first blow. The Vaer Dominion's outer colonies vanished first. Entire star systems lit with artificial suns as human warheads split atmospheres apart. Orbital yards detonated in synchronized fury. Fleets scrambled to respond, only to find themselves crushed under the weight of machines that moved faster, struck harder, and fought with a precision no alien had ever faced. The Vayer commander who had boasted of humanity's weakness. His fleet was the first erased, not in battle but in execution. Human destroyers warped into formation, their guns spoke once, and nothing remained but dust drifting in starlight. The message was clear: this was not war. This was judgment. Fire without end. The annihilation spread like wildfire. Dreadnoughts the size of cities tore through ship formations as if swatting insects. Carrier groups released wings of silent drones that struck with surgical cruelty, their weapons severing engines, melting hulls, rupturing life support. On the ground, where the Vayer believed their army secure, drop pods rained like meteors. Outpoured soldiers not in desperation but in cold efficiency. They carried no banners, no insignia, only the steel masks of judgment. Cities fell in hours. Garrisons surrendered only to find themselves staring into the abyss of human silence. The Dominion skies turned black with smoke. Worlds that had once sung with arrogance now whispered with fear. The weight of vengeance. It was not the scale of destruction that terrified the galaxy. It was the precision. Every strike was deliberate. Every fleet destroyed had first been the one to laugh. Every world erased had once mocked. It was as though humanity carried records of every insult, every slight, every cruelty ever inflicted upon them, and answered them in kind, multiplied by fire and steel. The galaxy realized then, humanity's memory was long, longer than empires, longer than arrogance. And vengeance, once awakened, was infinite. The collapse of dominion. The Vayer dominion did not fall in years. It fell in weeks. Its throne world, once glittering with spires of crystal, burned under human bombardment. Palaces shattered, archives incinerated, and the proud banners of conquest reduced to ash. When the last Vayer admiral attempted surrender, her words were swallowed in static as a human fleet simply passed her by, annihilating the command citadel without acknowledgement. The galaxy gasped. For the first time in living memory, an empire had not just been defeated. It had been erased. Aftermath, the whisper in the void. When it ended in silence. The fleets withdrew, vanishing into the dark. No human ships lingered to occupy, no governors placed banners upon conquered soil. The dominion was gone, but Earth did not claim its ruins. Instead, they left silence. Among survivors, whispers grew like infection. Never provoke Earth again. They strike once, and it becomes annihilation. Patience is their mask, vengeance is their soul. Across cantinas, across marketplaces, across star systems that once mocked, now they spoke only in hushed voices, afraid even to say the word Earth too loudly. Because the galaxy had learned what restraint truly meant. Humanity's patience was vast, but their vengeance was infinite. Final echo. In the cold dark of the void, a message remains etched into the memory of every civilization. A single strike on humans will not be answered in kind. It will be answered with annihilation. And in that truth, the galaxy trembles. The Xyrex Dominion believed itself the natural heir to the galaxy. Their fleet stretched across 100 systems, their banners burned into conquered worlds, and their warlords lived fat on the spoils of endless subjugation. To them, humanity was a curious anomaly, recent arrivals to the stars, fierce in spirit yet restrained by diplomacy, their fleets powerful but largely kept close to Saul. The Zyrics saw restraint as weakness. So when an opportunity came to test Earth's resolve, they did not hesitate. A human colony, New Carthage, a thriving world on the frontier, was selected as the target. It was not a military base, nor a strategic fortress. It was a civilian jewel, a place of families, markets, and spires that glistened in the twin suns. The Zyrics armada descended without warning. The skies above New Carthage split with fire as plasma warheads rained down, turning towers into rubble and oceans into boiling vapor. The colony's defenses were shredded in minutes. When the screaming stopped, 10 million lives were ash and shadow. The Zyrics commander, Lord Kersh, ordered a transmission sent across nearby sectors. This is the price of human arrogance. They call themselves guardians, yet cannot protect even their children. The galaxy heard, and they believed him. Mockery of patience. The Zyrics celebrated in halls of obsidian. Across their empire, broadcasts replayed the fall of New Carthage, highlighting the helpless cries of civilians, the silenced distress calls, the broken symbols of human resilience. Kersh drank spiced venom from a crystal chalice as his officers toasted the lesson given to Earth. "They will not strike back," he declared, his mandibles clicking in triumph. "Humans are creatures of treaties